huge support from the Karbi people, but later on the Karbi people denied them, and Congress came into the power. And now, as of now, I should say that PAPA is formed, and they thought that 52 organizations are with them, but now 9 of the organizations, they have withdrawn their support from PAPA, and now only 43 organizations are there, and the UPDS is a part of the PAPA right now. That's why I'm telling you that it's not a matter of emotional attachment with UPDS. It's a matter of cleverness, how they will how they will get their rights properly. That is why the main point will come out, and the people definitely will go with the more powerful people than this PAPA or something, some other organizations.
So Rajiv, we definitely foresee that it will be a tough election. It will not be just the UPDS emotional run, or the UPDS struggle to get this territorial council will make them easily rule in the power corridors of power. So it will be a tough election. Do you foresee a tough election in the territorial council election, which is scheduled for next year, as we hear?
Well, Saidul, let me tell you one more thing. The KLNLF will play a major role in this forthcoming election. I should tell you that KNLF is, some people, some political experts always say that this KLNLF is backed by Congress, and now KLNLF will go with Congress, though they are in ceasefire, not in the peace process till now. But I should say that there will be a fight between UPDS and KLNF as far as the council election is concerned. So in later time it will be interesting to see how they will react over this. And I should say one more thing, Saidul, that the UPDS is a part of PAPA, and that's why they are gaining the momentum in some parts. But right now I'm seeing them. They will.
Rajiv, I was just hearing Shankar Barua and Sakti Gurung on the because they were saying that they were making a clarion call to the other insurgent groups which are operating in Karbi Anglong region and also in Assam, that they should also come forward for talk. And there has been fillers which is being sensed by Shankar Barua, saying that the militant outfit are in touch with them, and they are officially not laying down the arms, but they are likely to lay down the arms. So because we now see that UPDS has laid down the arms, but in Karbi Anglong there are other militant outfits like the KLNLF, the Karbi Anglong, Lungri NC Hills Liberation Front. So how do we see that only the UPDS coming to the mainstream, political mainstream? Do we see that peace will be seen in Karbi Anglong, or we still see that peace can be disturbed by the other insurgent groups, because they are not saying that we want to come forward for talks?
That is why I am telling you, Saidul, that there are two more powerful insurgent groups in the Karbi Anglong, and one is KLNLF. They are in ceasefire with the government of India right now, and the KPLT though they are not in ceasefire, but they are disturbing the land very much. And that's why I am telling you that the forthcoming election will be a tougher election, and anything can happen there, and the peace can be disturbed at any moment, because UPDS is not leading the Karbi people alone, because the KLNLF, they have a mass support there. And I should tell you that during the 2010 mass surrender of arms by the KLNLF, lots of gathering were there, as you have seen today. But in comparison to today's mass surrender, arms surrender, I should say the KNLF got much more support from the Karbi people. And that is why the point arises that how by laying down the arms the UPDS will come into the power, and the KNLF and the KPLT will play a very major role, a very vital role in the forthcoming council election.
Rajiv, 568 is a very big number which we can understand, and now they have surrendered their arms, and only 10 of the top leaders from the UPDS will be part of the political mainstream. What will happen to this 568 cadre? Because we have heard P. Chidambaram being saying the rehabilitation package, but we have seen in terms of BTC also, where the militants who had surrendered arms, the rehabilitation package was not work, and they're still fighting a battle, or they're still in talks with the government, saying that we want rehabilitation package. So how do we see that rehabilitation will be worked out for these militant cadres?
It's interesting to be seen in the later parts, but I should say that the top leaders always in the driver's seat, and the others always expecting the rehabilitation facilities from the government of India or from the state. But let me tell you, in the earlier stage, the BLT, the Boro Liberation Tigers, led by the Hagrama Mohilari, he is now in power. His top colleagues are in power, but the other BLTs, they are still cultivators. Still they are fighting for their own choices. That's why I'm telling you that it's a very terrible and saddest part of this whole mass surrender or like this. I should say you that these people, if the government of India helps these people throughout their life, then they will get the support. Otherwise, there are lots of problems to be faced by the government of India.
Like Karbi Anglong Territorial Council has more autonomy now. They have to be directly in touch with the governor of Assam for any developmental schemes which they need to initiate, or any, because we have we now know that 58 departments will be formed in Karbi Anglong Territorial Council, and they will be independently functioning. They can do their own developmental activities in that part of the area, where we see the 2 districts will now have 4 district creation of 4 districts. They have 1 engineering college, 1 medical college, and a number of other schemes which will be coming at 350 crore special package for the district. Now if we make a comparison, as you have been saying about Boland Territorial Council, or we still see that with the Karbi Anglong Territorial Council there is autonomy. Now they are not part of Assam government, so to say, because they are independently functioning. So how do we see that smaller factions which government of India is trying to appease them, or in saying that yes, you get this territorial council, you have your territorial council, but you bring peace and development, that's it. But we see that it is disintegrating the state of Assam. How do you read to this?
Yeah, Saidul, one thing that I should say that you don't have to forget the KL, NLF and the KPLT, because they are still fighting for autonomous state. They are not happy with this territorial council. They are still fighting for the autonomous state, and that's why the problem maybe arise. And that's why I'm telling that it's a very vital factor, the KPLT and KLNLF factor. And some Karbi people still with them. That's why there will be lots of problem despite of this announcement of territorial council. That is why the government of India have to rethink about this, and maybe there may be packages, there may be facilities, but the people may not be happy at all. Saidul.
Thank you so much, Rajdev, for giving us all the updates there. Well, this was Rajdev Bailung Barwa, bureau chief there from the newsroom, giving us details on how this peace accord, or how this historic day in Assam is being considered or is being rated by different sections of the people, as he has been checking insurgency in Northeast. Well, we head in for a short break. More news on the other side. Be with us.
The iPhone 4S has an all-new camera with 8 megapixels and advanced optics, so it lets you capture stunning photos. And because it's an iPhone, you can do things you never imagined possible with a camera. So maybe the only camera you need is the one on the most amazing iPhone yet.
স্বাস্থ্যৰ বাবে হানিকাৰক বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ মাদক দ্ৰব্য গ্ৰহণ, অত্যধিক মছলাযুক্ত খাদ্য, সঘনাই বাহিৰত কৰা খাদ্য গ্ৰহণে লিভাৰটো দুৰ্বল কৰি পেলায়, আৰু এনে ধৰণৰ দুৰ্বল লিভাৰক সকলো সময়তে লাগে এক ৰক্ষা কৱচ, লিপছেপ ডিএছৰ ৰক্ষা কৱচ।
দাঁতৰ সুৰক্ষা যিদৰে সদায় টুথপেষ্ট, লিভাৰৰ যত্নত সেইদৰে সদায়
লিপছেপ ডিএছ। লিপছেপ ডিএছ কেপচুল ডায়েবেটিক লোকেও গ্ৰহণ কৰিব পাৰে।
সৰ্বশ্ৰেষ্ঠ সিমেন্ট মানে টপচেন সিমেন্ট।
মেঘালয়ৰ প্ৰসিদ্ধ লাইমষ্টোনেৰে নিৰ্মিত অধিক শক্তিশালী
टॉपसन सीमेंट, मजबूती का भरोसा हमेशा।
আপোনাৰ বাৰু সমস্যা নেকি? নিশ্চিত সমাধান আৰু সফল জীৱনৰ বাবে যোগাযোগ কৰক বিকে চক্ৰৱৰ্তী, হস্তৰেখাবিদ আৰু জ্যোতিষী। যোগাযোগৰ বাবে দিব্যজ্যোতি ভৱন, নীলকণ্ঠ এপাৰ্টমেণ্ট, AK আজাদ ৰোড, ৰিহাবাৰী, গুৱাহাটী 8। ফোন নম্বৰ 036125144243। আমাৰ ঘৰৰ প্ৰতিজন সদস্যই খাই বৰ ভাল পায়।
মাছ মাংসত অলপ মছলা নহলে
হাই ভাল নালাগে
শুটিংত তো খোৱাবৰ টাইম টেবুল একো নাই ঘৰৰ বাহিৰত ভিতৰত মছলাযুক্ত খাদ্য খাই খাই মোৰ লিভাৰটোৱে বাৰু কি কয় কিনো আৰু ক'ব লিভাৰৰ বাবে লিপছেভ প্লাছ চিৰাপ আৰু লিপছেভ প্লাছ কেপচুল যি ডায়েবেটিক লোকেও গ্ৰহণ কৰিব পাৰে দাঁতৰ সুৰক্ষাত যিদৰে সদায় টুথপেষ্ট লিভাৰৰ যত্নত সেইদৰে সদায় লিপছেভ প্লাছ চিৰাপ আৰু লিপছেভ প্লাছ কেপচুল
Welcome back after this short break. Well, moving on with some other stories. Lieutenant General Major Shakti Gurung announced a spate of measures being taken by central government in tandem with Indian Army to ensure maximum security among the borders with China from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. Gurung informed that 60,000 crores is being sanctioned for initiating measures for border security. Pranjal Sharma has this story.
Lieutenant General Major Gurung of Indian Army DOC 4 Corps attended the surrender ceremony of the UPDS in Difu on Wednesday, made some significant remarks pertaining to the fragile relations of India with China in the face of growing Chinese aggression on the border territories of India. Remarking that India is not going to be a silent witness to this infiltration and take over the Chinese military, Gurung announced a spate of measures to be taken up by the central government in tandem with the Indian Army to ensure maximum security at the borders, beginning from Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh.
We are absolutely prepared. The Indian Army is always prepared. We are absolutely prepared for any contingency. We are absolutely prepared. The Indian Army is always prepared. We are absolutely prepared for any contingency. No, you see the roads are coming up. In fact, it takes a little time for the infrastructure to come up in the form of roads and all. They're coming up, and our agency that's concerned with the construction of roads from Assam and to the forward areas is doing an excellent job, and I'm sure it's going to be completed well on time.
Most importantly, in the coming 5 years, the centre is going to allot funds of 60,000 crores for the border security itself. Secondly, India is going to install 5,000 permanent army camps and bunkers in the territories along the line of control with China. Navy forces will be formed in Misamari of Sonipur, Lilabari in Lakhimpur, and Kumbirgram in Qatar. He also spoke of the latest additions to the armed forces camps here, which include helicopters and drones. The government is also planning to add an additional force of 75,000 jawans in the 75th Division camp in Sonipur. These latest developments in the security front by the centre speak of a growing awareness of the strained relations with China, which can trigger some unpleasant face-off anytime in the future. What is pertinent is that, despite such measures being taken by the Indian government, if China has the alliance of the terror organizations of the Northeast who have a good idea about the geography of the region, it would be an even more difficult task for the armed forces to tackle an attack by China. News Desk, Country TV.
In another big story of the day, 6 people were injured in Imphal this afternoon when a powerful bomb went off in the Public Works Department office complex in a crowded area. Out of 6, 4 persons were employees of the department. The powerful blast occurred when a team of state police and bomb squad were on search operations following a report on bomb being planted at the department. However, no outfit have claimed so far for the attacks. The injured persons were shifted to nearby hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, no persons, including media persons, were allowed to enter the PWD complex after the blast. Cordon search and operations were continued, and more than 100 people were picked up by the security for further verifications. Assam's Power Minister Pradyut Bodoloy has reiterated that big dams will be constructed at any cost in the lower Subansiri along Assam-Arunachal border. The construction of the NHPC's mega dam is being opposed by various civil bodies led by KMSS and ASU.
Addressing a press meet on Wednesday, Power Minister Pradyut Bodoloy reaffirmed the stance of the government regarding the big dams, clarifying that the big dam will be built at any cost. He said that the Assam government is ready to hold talks with the anti-dam lobby regarding the deadlock over the issue. He further went on to elaborate on the government plans in this direction and said that he had met Central Power Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde for a discussion on 23rd November about the task force to look over the big dam projects. Bodoloy said he had put forth some demands for the big dam project in Assam during this meet.
Task force board jikon meeting hoise jo 23 November hekita kotha moi dagi dibo kuisu ekukhon nodir ujoni onkhot hua জলবিদ্যুৎ প্ৰকল্প সমূহত বিজ্ঞানসন্মত ভাৱে নামনি অংশৰ প্ৰভাৱিত এলেকাত বানপানী নিয়ন্ত্ৰণ কৰিব পৰা ব্যৱস্থা সন্নিবিষ্ট হ'ব লাগিব।
Bearing a non-partisan attitude, Bodoloi said that the government of India needs to formulate a law on the construction of big dams in any part of the nation, which will address all issues including irrigation, downstream impact and flood control.
ভাৰত চৰকাৰে সকলো ৰাজ্যকে